Hey guys, welcome back inside of the Plastic Planet. I am your host, Nick Nack, chilling out with you guys tonight for what will be my third Hot Toys figure review in as many weeks. I went almost the entire summer without buying a single Hot Toys figure, and in the last couple weeks, I've just exploded with giant financial diarrhea. It is awesome in so many ways and a curse in so many others, as you probably understand as a collector. Anyway, tonight we're going to be going over a very cool figure, a very unique figure for me. As you know, if you watch most of my videos, I am more or less a Star Wars collector, particularly in the realm of high-end collectibles, but not tonight. No, not tonight. We are going to be going over a very cool figure that I have been silently coveting, and I just ordered it on a whim this week. And that is, of course, the Justice League Wonder Woman. This is Wonder Woman, actually 4.0, I believe. Correct me if I'm wrong in the comment section, but I believe this is the fourth Wonder Woman that Hot Toys has done in the last couple years. If you include the Batman vs. Superman version, the Wonder Woman version, the Wonder Woman training version, and then this one. I believe that covers them all. But anyway, I'm going to be getting this awesome lady out of the box tonight, and we're going to be checking her out. I think this is going to be a fantastic figure. I am super stoked. I have silently coveted a Wonder Woman figure since Batman vs. Superman came out, and I'm really excited to have this one here tonight. So anyway, without further ado, let's get this shipper open. This is going to be fun, guys. All right.
Nick Nack's Plastic Planet. With your host, it's Nick Nack!
Alrighty guys, well I have removed Wonder Woman here from her protective shipper, and I gotta say the packaging is really cool on this. Very colorful, very cool. As I mentioned in that intro, I usually review Hot Toys Star Wars figures, so the packaging on this is a tad different from what I'm used to as far as how the presentation that Hot Toys has put together on here. There isn't a flap or anything like on the Star Wars Hot Toys figures, so this is a little bit different. It's more of a, looks like it's got more of a slipper on here. So we're gonna remove this slipper and see what is underneath, and there's the figure. So this is cool. Like I said, I try to keep my my unboxings very sincere and very candid. And so you guys are seeing this as I see it. So I didn't know the figure was right underneath here. So that's really cool. So the slipper comes right off, and there she is. Yeah, I can't see a lot because of the reflection coming off the plastic here, and of course my studio lights in here. But there she is. Looks like she's got a number of accessories: her shield, her lasso, her sword. A lot of cool stuff in there indeed. So without further ado, let's just go ahead and get her open, get her set up. This is going to be really awesome. I don't think I've had this big of a crush on a doll / action figure since the early 80s when Brooke Shields had her own doll. You remember that commercial? Brooke Shields, she's a beautiful doll. Brooke Shields, she's a beautiful doll. Yeah, this is right up there with that. This looks absolutely gorgeous. Gal Gadot at her finest right here in plastic medium. This is gonna be awesome. All right, let's get her open. Alrighty guys, so I have rolled up my sleeves and removed Wonder Woman from her packaging, including all of her accessories here. And I gotta say, I've done a lot of Hot Toys reviews on this channel, and like I said, almost all of them are Star Wars related. There is something very intimidating to me about this particular figure, and I believe it is the amount of rubberized skin that is involved in this medium. It truly is an art form in a sense that you have an action figure with articulated joints, but there's no joints, visible. It's all this rubberized skin basically, and it's amazing. It is a beautiful art form in many ways, and my hats are off to the artisans at Hot Toys that come up with this stuff. But as a figure, it's as an owner of the figure, and it's an expensive figure, it is intimidating because, I mean, in the directions, it does give you certain ways in which to move the head and the arms so that you don't, basically dull the paint or damage the figure. And so that's sort of intimidating to me because, most of my figures that I own, like I've said previously, are mostly Star Wars figures. They come with tunics and armor and basically, clothing. Whereas Wonder Woman here is, a little more scantily clad, I guess. And so there's a lot more higher percentage of damaging the figure, futzing with it, with her, than there are with the majority of figures that I currently own. All that said, I'm going to try to get her as dressed up and dolled up for you guys as possible. Try to get some of this armor on her. She comes with a plethora of different assortments here. A number of different hand assortments. The lasso of truth, and she can pose it up like she's using it, which I probably won't use. I'll probably just pin this one to her belt. And again, she's got some other gauntlets, her sword, and then of course she's got these really cool blast, deflecting bullets effects here. These little starburst kind of things. It's got a number of these varying sizes, so very cool. Of course, her shield. So yeah, there's a lot to do here. Of course, her base is really nice. It's like that. It's kind of like that aircraft carrier, or that Batwing aircraft deck thing or hangar thing that they're in at the end of the movie. So that's really cool. Of course, the Justice League logo is very pronounced. So it's a very cool stand. Lot to love here. Just kind of intimidating. So anyway, I'm going to keep reading the directions like I have been, and if you do get this figure, I would highly recommend that. I just can't say that enough. Do read the directions, and let's see what kind of poses I can get her in for you guys, and then we'll do a little compare and contrast. All right, let's do this. Wow, this is one high maintenance action figure, guys. I gotta be honest. I've lost count how many Hot Toy figures I actually own. It might be between 20 and 25 at this point. I've honestly lost count. But this is one that has been one of the most nerve-wracking Hot Toys figure to set up I've had experience ever. And that includes all the goddamn watch batteries that I hate on my Darth Vaders, my Anakin Skywalkers, my Luke Skywalker lightsaber effects. That includes those. This was really high maintenance. And I'm going to show you guys why right now. Alrighty, and it's a good thing that directions point all this out to you, but nevertheless, it's just damn nerve-wracking. First on, to get that lasso of truth on, you got to unsnap her strap there on her shoulder strap, and that's nerve-wracking because it just doesn't feel like it's supposed to pull apart. It does, but then it doesn't quite go back together quite right, so that's scary. Then of course there is all the directions on how to avoid damaging the really fine, rubberized skin effects. There's certain ways you can do the head, you can move the head in motion, otherwise you risk rubbing your paint off. There are certain ways you can turn the neck around, otherwise you could snap the neck joint. There's only a certain amount of angles you can take on the arms, otherwise you'll snap the shoulder joints. There's only certain angles you can take on the elbow, otherwise you'll snap the elbow joint. There's more. There's only certain angles you can take on the hips and knees, otherwise you'll snap the hips or knee joints. This is one high maintenance action figure, I gotta tell you. Wow. Alrighty, well, taking all that into account, as this is my own personal action figure that I have purchased with my own money, I'm not going to be doing a lot of dynamic poses for you guys tonight, and so we're going to be a little limited in the range of how dynamic I can actually review this figure for you guys. But, here's the basics. It is an absolutely amazing looking action figure. That head sculpt is absolutely amazing. It really is, Gal Gadot as Wonder Woman to an almost creepy dead ringer. And so in that respect, it's really awesome. The outfit is really, really cool. The whole figure itself is really, really cool. That rubberized skin, with as fragile as it is, nevertheless, is really awesome. This will be one figure that I will, however, be keeping inside of a detolf. That rubberized skin is not something I want to expose to a great deal of dust. So she will be kept down here in the nice, cool, dry archive room of the Plastic Planet in the detolf behind me that I'll be adjusting the shelves on here within the next couple minutes after this review. Nevertheless, there is a lot to like about this figure. A couple other highlights I wanted to show you guys. Alrighty, so as you can see, the standard arm gauntlets that she comes with actually have little tiny magnets in them that these bullet starburst effects can just attach right onto her gauntlet there. So that is really, really cool. You know, it would be nicer if you could get her into a more dynamic pose to be, deflecting those bullets off her arm gauntlets. You know, very, very Linda Carter-esque. That would be much cooler. I just feel very limited in the poses I can get this figure in, just because of the fear of breakage. So you know, I'm not going to be attempting anything dynamic, unfortunately, but nevertheless, that is a cool feature. Anytime Hot Toys or Sideshow incorporates magnets into their figures, I am all aboard with that. That is a feature that I do dig a lot. It makes for great display ability, and it's something that's just easy to take on and off at your leisure. So I do dig that a lot. Alrighty, so we are limited in range as far as what kind of poses we can put this figure in, but here's a nice 360 view for you guys, so you can get a full effect of how great this action figure looks. Just on her own, just standing in a very stationary pose, still absolutely fantastic. And again, it's not a terrible figure to manipulate if you take your time, read the directions, kind of know what you're doing. I have to admit, I had some sweaty palms though working with this figure. Sometimes I'm all thumbs, and I have a tendency to be a little manhandly with things. No pun intended here with this particular action figure, but nevertheless, I was a little nervous manipulating this one here tonight, if you guys can't tell. But still, a really amazing figure. Now let's do a little bit of a compare and contrast what I have to show you guys off with this figure, and we'll wrap this review up. Alrighty, so first of all, well, yeah, things are getting a little weird and funky up here in the Plastic Planet as a 42-year-old man with basically a doll right here, in this awesome action figure. But here is, of course, the 2018 Hot Toys Wonder Woman with her associate from the 2017 mass retail Mattel line of Wonder Woman figures that came out back last year when the Wonder Woman standalone film came out. I picked this figure up for $13. I just thought she was kind of cool. You know, it was really, really very dollish, but that's okay. You know, I'm a big man, and you know, I'm very comfortable with myself, and I don't have a problem owning this figure. Nevertheless, so here they are together. It's just fun to kind of look at the difference between a Hot Toys, an import Hot Toys premium action figure, and then basically what would amount to a toy figure standing together. The comparison is very stark and very dramatic, I do believe. Alrighty, and last but certainly not least, here she is standing with her future Detolf mate here. This, of course, is the Batman v Superman Superman that came out a couple years back. Still looking really, really nice. I don't feel the need to recollect the Justice League version of Superman, although I must admit, with the Justice League version of Superman, I do like that his super suit, it looks to be a little more blue, a little lighter blue than this version. I'm not really into the darker colors on my superheroes. I like my superheroes to look bright and vibrant, and the new Justice League Superman is a little lighter blue, which I really, really dig. And the new Justice League Superman also comes with that really awesome heat vision effect. So in a sense, he's tempting, but man, I already got this version right here, and this version is pretty damn nice as well. So anyway, so I most likely will not be purchasing the Justice League Superman. However, I am purchasing another figure from the Justice League to complete what would be the Trinity, and that figure should be coming in the next month or so, and you will see that review here as well. And I believe I don't need to say who that is. That, of course, is the Batman, the Batfleck. So that'll be really cool to have all three of those together here, hopefully in the next upcoming weeks. I'm really excited about that. I really wanted to get something representing the DC Trinity, which of course is Superman, Batman, and Wonder Woman, and I am just about there. So really excited about that. So anyway, here are these two together, looking really, really awesome. Alrighty guys, well that's going to wrap up this edition of the Plastic Planet. I hope you've enjoyed this review of the new Justice League Hot Toys Wonder Woman that is really fresh off the presses and making her way to collectors around the world as we speak. So anyway, fantastic figure. You know what, honestly, and I apologize, I feel like I didn't go as in-depth as I usually do on my brand new Hot Toy figure reviews. Just I really felt out of my element with this particular figure, and I think a lot of that has to do with the rubberized skin, my unfamiliarity with the character as far as how her accessories should work. You know, I didn't get into any detail on how to like mount the shield and the sword onto her back. I looked at the directions, and I was just too damn chicken shit to attempt it. I gotta be honest. This is my own personal investment here. This is my own. I bought this with my own money. I'm a tiny channel. There's no sponsorships here. So this is I'm playing with my own assets, so to speak, and so I didn't want to risk any kind of damage to this awesome figure. And I'm very happy with how I have her posed up right now, and I kind of can see her staying like this for the foreseeable future. This is not a figure, as I mentioned before, you just do not want to do a lot of manipulation on, just because of how how easy it could be to potentially damage the figure. And so that is what it is. Nevertheless, she looks absolutely great here with my Batman versus Superman. And like I said earlier, I am really looking forward to getting the third member of the DC Trinity. And that is, of course, the Justice League Batman. Those three are going to look so amazing right behind me in the detolf. And you know what? I may be sealing up that detolf in the near future to avoid getting any dust in it whatsoever, because this figure is just this rubberized skin is just something I don't want to see, covered in any kind of form of a dust bunny or anything like that. That would be bad, really, really bad. So anyway, all right, well, like I said, that's going to wrap up this edition of the Plastic Planet. Hey, if this is the first time you've seen one of my videos, please do consider subscribing. We have a great time here on the Plastic Planet. I kept this video a little closer to the vest this time. I do tend to try to bring a lot of humor into my videos. And sometimes a lot of people really like that. Sometimes people don't so much. Some people will tune into, especially some of these hot toy reviews, and expect a very dry presentation. And when they see me making jokes and taking off my shirt, it sometimes tends to lead me to getting a few nasty comments in the comments section. I can handle it, but so anyway. But anyway, if you like action figures, if you love collectibles, high-end, retro, modern, mass retail, do consider hitting me up with a subscription though, because you know what, we have a lot of fun here. And if you can joke about this hobby, you definitely have a home right here on the Plastic Planet. Because let's face it, middle-aged men collecting toys, especially toys that are very doll-like, man, we gotta laugh at ourselves, guys, or gals. We gotta laugh at ourselves a little bit, right? And that's exactly what we do right here on the Plastic Planet. So anyway, hit me up with a subscription, do like, do comment, and you know what, guys? I will see you guys next time right here on the Plastic Planet. And as I always like to say, guys, hey, life is short, so fill it with some plastic crap, especially high-end, awesome plastic crap like this. All right, later, guys. Love you.